In the first of a number of public hearings, the House Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol began to reveal its findings last night, with Chairman Benny Thompson stating that former President Donald Trump spurred a mob of domestic enemies of the Constitution to march down the Capitol and subvert American democracy.
Let me bring in now one of two Republican members of that bipartisan committee, Illinois Congressman Adam Kinzinger. Sir, welcome back to the program here. So how do you think it went? Was this the prime time show that it was billed to be, and did it go the way you wanted it to?
Well, look, we wanted to be able to basically remind the American people what happened on the 6th. But I think in a broader sense, what is it that led to that? And the fact that really nothing's changed since, right? This is still a threat to democracy. I think we did that. What we wanted to do was lay out kind of the overall case, because obviously that's what people are going to watch the most. What are we going to do from here out? And then over the next few weeks, go deeper down with more proof. I think we're doing what we need to do. Of course, there are people that have been lied to and abused by the former president and convinced that no matter what facts are in front of their face, he is the most trustworthy person. I don't know how long it's going to take to open those folks' eyes, but we're certainly going to put the truth in front of them. That's what we can do.
And Congressman, this was just day one or night one of these hearings. I believe there are 6 more scheduled. You mentioned that you're going to be rolling out more proof. Proof of what exactly?
Well, I think we laid that out there. Look, this was as we've seen with the Proud Boys being charged with seditious conspiracy, it certainly looks like that with the president. It looks like certainly he's abusing the DOJ for his purposes, abusing other areas of the federal government. And we see a president that increasingly becomes more desperate until January 6th is his last thing, his last opportunity, his last chance. Now, we're not here to file criminal charges. We're not a criminal committee. We're well aware that DOJ is probably watching this and interested. Our main purpose is to show the American people a transfer of power cannot happen like this ever again, because we will not be a functioning democracy with any more of these.
You talk about proof and evidence and what you're laying out the truth, but you also said there that it looks like maybe the president had a particular hand in this. What evidence? Are we going to see it later? But is there a direct line? So we haven't seen it yet, but you're saying we are going to see a direct line between the president and planning of this insurrection.
What we're going to do, we're going to lay all that out in the coming hearings. I don't want to get ahead of it. What we showed is the top line of that. I think even what we put before the American people yesterday was really compelling. The president knew what he was doing. Frankly, if he did believe the election was stolen, and you'll see this further down the road with all the times he was proven and shown it wasn't, if he did believe it, I don't know if he's mentally capable of being president. But if he didn't believe it, which I think is probably the case, it shows a complete lack of moral clarity in how to move on to the presidency. So that's going to be something we delve into deeper. So I have to say, too.
Congressman, we have a photo of you from last night. It's an emotional one. It's a photo of you hugging Harry Dunn, police officer, U.S. Capitol police officer, after last night's hearing. There it is right there. You all have been investigating this for the past 11 months. What has your experience been getting to know the men and women from that day who literally put their lives on the line?
It's been awesome. Look, Harry Dunn's like 9'30", so he's a big dude. And but all of those men and women, I've gotten to know Officer Grinnell, Officer Fanone really well. It's been good, just from the perspective of knowing how much they sacrificed. I mean, a lot of these people are still dealing with this trauma. But, as one of them told me, like, look, they had a lot of, obviously, cop friends as police officers. They even have police officer friends writing them or calling them and saying January 6th didn't happen. So you can imagine not just the toll of that day, but the toll of kind of losing your social circle of police buddies has taken a massive toll on these people. But they are heroes. We saw that in Officer Edwards last night. And again, these heroes that are still dealing with real human tragedy, real human trauma. And when we say things like January 6th was a tourist visit, which, by the way, that video last night should put any of that to rest, we're not just lying to the American people. We're not just putting forward a conspiracy. We're taking away the sacrifice that these men and women did to defend the seat of democracy.
All right, Congressman Kinzinger, we know you got a lot of work to do. We're going to let you get right to it. We always appreciate the time you give us here on GMA3. So thank you so much, and we'll be talking to you soon, all right?
You bet. Take care.
Well, hey. Hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.